Hello, my name is Simon Wood from Megger. Today we're going to run through a demonstration of the features and ranges of the Megger MFT1552 series multifunction testers. All these units are designed and built at our factory in Dover. They're a full 17th edition test kit integrated into one box. The whole range is three-phase safe. By that we mean you can connect it across phases on any range selection, press any button and you won't be able to damage the unit. Standard 2-wire earth loop impedance test, as well as a 3-wire no-trip loop test. Standard RCD testing, as well as an auto RCD test which is integrated on the 1552 and the 1553 models. All have a full 3-year warranty supplied, as well as a calibration certificate. And the 1553 model has a Bluetooth facility which allows you to fire the result directly from the tester into a Bluetooth enabled laptop, PDA or smartphone. Okay, so first off what we're going to do is look at the voltage range and just taking a straightforward voltage measurement. Okay, for this test we're going to use the 13 amp mains plug adapter. When we first turn the instrument on, we get an indication on the display of our internal battery voltage, and here we're looking at 12.2 volts. So I'm going to plug in to the mains and we pick up voltage of 242 volts. We've got an analog and a digital readout along with a polarity indication. Next, we're going to look at continuity and also the feature of nulling out the lead sets. So with continuity testing, we select the range, which is clearly marked by the orange display. One other feature that we have is a backlit display and also a backlit range knob. Comes in useful if you're working in a dimly lit area. Now with the Megger MFT series, when we carry out a continuity test, you'll notice we don't actually press the test button. So applying the leads together will give us our reading. Now in this instance we've got to null out the lead resistance, which is achieved by applying the yellow test button. Once that's been pressed, we get an indication on the display, indicates that the unit has been nulled. Now that information is retained, so you can turn the instrument off and on again as many times as you like, and it will still retain that information about the lead set that you've nulled out. So what we're going to do is carry out a standard R1 plus R2 continuity test. I have the leads connected to the circuit. As you can see, we've got the information on the screen here that confirms that we've already nulled the lead set out. So when I attach the black lead, we take our measurement. Reading on the display, if I remove the lead, that information is retained. Whilst we have one of the dead test ranges selected, I'd like to show you the three-phase safe function. So we're now going to reapply our mains voltage, and you'll notice that immediately we get a visual as well as an audible indication that the unit has been applied to a live circuit. At this point we can select any range on the instrument. On the live or dead ranges it won't come to any harm, and we can press any of the buttons. So that was continuity testing. Next we're going to move on and look at insulation testing. So insulation testing, all of the range comes with a standard 3 voltage insulation tester. 250 volt range which measures up to 99.9 megohm, a 500 volt range which measures up to 299 megohm, and a 1000 volt range which will measure up to 499 megohms. One point to note here is that if you do select the 1000 volt test, you get an audible indication prior to the test voltage being applied to the circuit. Today we're going to carry out a straightforward 500 volt insulation test. And this is one point where we do actually have to press the test button to initiate the test. And on the screen you get an analog and digital indication, as well as an indication that we've actually got a live voltage applied to the circuit. and reading here 299 mega. So that was fairly straightforward. Next we're going to move on to the live tests and look at our earth loop impedance testing, 2 and 3 wire and PSC testing. Okay, so the first test we're going to carry out is our 2 wire high current earth loop impedance test, and this carried out at a nominal current of 20 amps. And we've selected the test range, and as you can see we've got an indication on the display that we have no voltage. One of the nice features about the MFT is that you apply the mains voltage, the unit senses it, gives you an audible indication and starts the test. So we've got a reading here of 0.75 of an ohm. PFC measurement, again 2 wire high current, we just select the test range, the unit will start the test automatically and it carries out our prospective fault current calculation, and we've got a reading here of 310 amps. No trip loop testing. This is a 3 wire loop test, so it guarantees not to take out the RCD of the circuit that we're connected onto by utilising a 15 milliamp test current. And the unit's carrying out a sequence of 10 tests, and it's indicating this with a little mark on the display. You can see it flashing across. And finally we're going to look at the RCD testing range, running a manual test as well as the auto RCD function.